Greetings and welcome to Rendezvous Voice Podcast. In this episode, we are going to talk about Women's Day. Remember, today we are on 8th March, where we always commemorate International Women's Day. And you can ask yourself, we are talking about Women's Day and I'm listening to this kind of voice, but I'm with my colleagues, with beautiful young ladies here who are going to introduce themselves, starting from my very left side.
Hello everybody, this is Olga. I'm a student at Makerere University in software engineering and happy to be here.
We are happy to have you too, Olga. To your left.
Hi everybody, my name is Joyce. I'm a student at Makerere University. I do journalism. I'm in my final year. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, thank you very much. As you've heard, we are with Olga and Joyce, while me, who is going to moderate this podcast of today, I'm called Shalom Ishimwe. And as I've said, today we are on International Women's Day on 8th March. With the theme of this year, it's Digital All. Whereby we talk about innovation and technology for gender equality. So starting from that theme alone, you as young ladies, what does the concept of technology mean to you into your life? Starting with you, Joyce.
Thank you so much, Shalom. Technology, it's a very vast term. When someone hears the word technology, with what we watch these days, someone might think of, okay, they're talking about Avengers, they're talking about Doctor Strange, because they have a lot of fancy stuff they use. But technology is it's what we interact with every day. Technology is what I'm holding, my phone. Technology is what you're wearing right now. So technology is so vast and I use it every time. For example, on my phone here, it helps me a lot in class. Sometimes I don't have to go to class, but I have all the information I need via email or WhatsApp group and all that. So the concept technology would be defined, I think, differently. It differs from how we look at it, different person's perspective of the term.
Okay, that's great. That's a great point of view. So what about you, Olga? What do you understand the concept of technology, especially you as a woman?
Me as a woman, I think that technology refers to the tools, techniques and systems that are used to carry out specific tasks like communication, education, transportation, healthcare. Like she said about education, you can be at home while reading on the internet, on Google, you get everything from there. Transportation, you get your safe border, you're going somewhere, it's easy now. Yeah, technology is just there to solve problems.
Yeah, so now when it comes to you personally, as you've introduced yourself, you say that you are a student in Makerere University in which course?
Software engineering.
Software engineering. So normally when we hear about first of all engineering and secondly something which has to do with the technology, we have these perceptions of those stuff are for men. So what motivated you or what inspired you to do that course and how are you finding it?
Well, one of the things that really inspired me actually is that thing of saying that this thing is for guys. Like, not many girls are not able to code. They're not able to dive into this technology stuff. Then for me, I was like, why not? Let me try it. Let me go for it. When I reached there, yeah, indeed, there are so many boys, but also girls are there and we are doing well. And there are very many girls who have innovated many things into it. Yeah, I think it's a great thing, technology with women.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I would ask myself, like, now for you who are already there, what are you doing to make sure that the next generations will be more open, especially I'm talking about women, young ladies, will be very open for them now to go for software engineering?
Uh, if one day there is that one lady who's there and she's like they are talking about what she innovated, and they said that she did software engineer. You see, like this Mark Zuckerberg stuff. We see they are all men. Now imagine it's a lady these days. Yeah, there the woman will be like, why not me too? I will go there.
Okay, that's interesting. So, Joyce, now you as a woman, how are you interacting with technology? And of course, with the devices that you use, to see, because I think technology is there to help us in our daily life. There are those technologies that are used by both genders, but then you now looking as a woman, how do you interact with technology?
Interesting. How do I interact with technology? Well, it's like I said, it's very vast, and it gives us platforms, we as women, like to advance what we need to communicate out there. I might have an idea, but I want it to reach millions of people, and there's no way I can just sit here and shout that far. My voice will not go beyond these four walls here. So technology comes in to amplify our voices, to make our voices reach places that we perhaps may not reach there physically. So that's one of the advantages, how I interact with technology as a woman. I have a very good body because I do exercise. I don't have to go to the gym. I have routines on my phone that I downloaded. So every time I'm off class, I go in my room and do some of those routines, and I feel good again. I keep my body in shape. So people keep on asking me, what foods do you eat? I eat normal food. I don't have any special diet, but I do exercise. They don't see me go to the gym. I don't do that because what they would give me from the gym, maybe I can give it to myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I have those routines on my phone, and it helps me to do, to keep fit and all that. All in all, there's so many ways we as women, as young ladies, we can use technology.
Yeah, very interesting. And also, you brought it in the lenses of someone who is doing journalism. Your examples, I could hear that you are taking that route of saying, okay, how can I amplify voices of different people without using technology? And that's really amazing. And I liked the fact that you are able to use this very technology that we are talking about, and you are able to exercise, which is really interesting. But there is something, I don't know if you know about it. For me, of course, I don't know much about it. There is an application, a telephone application that women use to monitor their menstrual cycle. Do you know about it?
Yeah, there are many actually. But there is one which is known. It's called Flow.
Okay.
That one you can track your menstrual cycles, and even you get some, like they tell you which day it will happen, which day of ovulation, every information you're looking for.
Really? Is it accurate? 'Cause
It is.
so interesting. So how does it work really?
Okay, you go there, you put there your first day. You want me to give you the details?
Yeah, because
sure.
because I can imagine there is someone out there who is listening it for the first time, and I think can be one of the technology stuff we are talking about which women really needs, because that one, if you're talking about menstrual cycle, you're talking about women, and I think it can be very helpful for someone who doesn't know. Even me.
Don't even go so far as saying someone outside. Myself, I'm not well versed with it, so
You see?
you do me sound good.
So
if you
tell
tell
us,
me how it works.
Teach us how can we use that application? It's called Flow. Flow.
Yeah.
Okay.
FLO.
FLO. Okay, that's interesting. We are going to go in App Store or Google Play. We download it.
Yes.
And
then you enter today. Maybe you are starting today. You are having your period. You enter the day. And since it's like the first time you are using it, you have to enter the day you have you started your period and the day you have ended. To some cases, it's not accurate for the following ones, but you have to enter like almost 3 cycles. Then after there, they have on the calendar they show you, like on this day you'll be ovulating, and this other day you'll be having your period. But at the first time, you have to enter the day you had your periods and when they ended, and then the second month you do it again, and maybe the third one. Then from there, most of the things are accurate.
Okay, that's interesting, and that's how now technology can really help people, and that's why we are saying even the women who were somehow left behind in this world of technology, they need to be brought on board, and we get to have that inclusiveness. But talking about inclusiveness, to you as a person who are living here in Uganda and Kampala, who also interact with different people based on the professions you chose, how do you see inclusiveness in as far as technology is concerned, Joyce?
I think right now there's a great deal of women who have been maybe introduced or others got interest in technology. I interact with a few people and I see that on a scale of maybe 1 to 10, 6 or 7, 8 out of 10 women are in technology. I have some friends of mine, they're not in Kampala, but they run a hub in Juba. They're so devoted to engaging the girl child in technology. So most of the stuff they do, it's like they introduce the girls to maybe using technology. You find girls doing repairs of devices, something which some people find so rare because they think repairing devices maybe it's for men only. But these women are dedicated to introducing girls to this aspect of technology, telling them that it's not only for men. Women can do what men can do better, even. Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, better.
Yeah. But I want us to talk something. We can't leave this one behind. Normally, when people are talking about technology, most of the times we think about social media.
Yeah.
And you all agree with me. Anyway, this is controversial, but we all agree with me that women really like to use social media. How do you guys use social media, and how do you see it? Like, what is your point of view about how women use social media? Tell me about it.
Well, for me, social media is a great thing because it came in a time where we needed to interact as women between us, share experiences, talk about things you can talk like in front of people. Social media is really great. It's better even. Well, we can use it also to raise awareness about social issues, the issues in our families. Yeah, though we kind of get addicted a lot as women. Well, you find that you have been there on your phone, talking to your friends, gossiping. Otherwise, it's a really great thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing. And also, as you're saying, that it can be used for social change. Feminism has been there for a while, for many years, but I think it got more exposure in this period of social media. And I think social media really played a big role in that. Joyce, what do you say about women and social media? How do you guys use it? How do you see women using social media? What's the point do you have about it?
Social media. First of all, it's it has come to stay. It's part of us, something we interact with every day. How women use social media, I don't want to generalize because everyone has their own different times how they use social media. But for me, what I need people to understand here is there's something called FOMO, fear of missing out. Fear of missing out. So all the time you feel the urge to go on WhatsApp, go on TikTok, go on Twitter to find out what did I miss. Was there any gossip?
Yeah.
What happened? So you find yourself wanting to, all the time you're glued to your phone and you fail even to do something constructive. And these days there's a TikTok. TikTok has taken over all of a sudden. So
Yeah.
you finish all your data on TikTok. You don't maybe study what you're supposed to study for a day because you're on TikTok.
True.
When you're cooking food, sometimes you burn food because you're on TikTok.
Yes.
I think sometimes it is extreme. It's a good thing to have social media, but how do I regulate?
And there is also the fact that we no longer watch news.
Yeah,
'Cause
people have left the TV. They call it old school.
Yeah.
They call it old school. So they just go on the phone.
You will see everything flowing.
On the phone. And you see, they released the Senior 6 results recently, and I was reading, some people have gone ahead to even write slangs in the exam.
Imagine.
There's a student, they said, just copied the questions and put in the answer sheets. Another one said, man, you teacher, why you on my case? There are other better candidates you can care about. So I think this is social media. I don't know what we are headed for, but there's a lot of memes and people take it to official places like the exam. How do you write like slang in an exam? So social media, I don't know how best we can regulate it. It's a good thing. We use it for advocacy, to pass on information, but then it gets so much to us that we fear that we shall miss out on something. So we are slaves of our devices, of our phones.
Yeah, that's really absurd. And I think even
Indeed, technology, I said, mainly it's a good thing, but people use it in different ways. You can use it for good things, and you can also use it for bad things.
it's for someone's choice. It's all about, as you guys are saying, it's all about for you to see how best can I use it for, and which benefit can it bring to me. To finish, what can you tell other women out there in terms of them accessing technology space and how they can use this technology availed to them so that it can serve their purpose as women?
Well, to the women out there, I should tell them, get started. Technology is a great thing. It's good. You will be able to access education on it. You'll be able to interact with people. You'll be able to get opportunities, many job opportunities, even outside your country. Information come to you. Also talking about remote work, where there is a lady with her child, she has to take care of them, but also she has to work. So remote work came in while she can work. but also being with her children, taking care of the family. But there is also she's making money at home, working. There is these Zoom videos. You see, you can work from home, but all said, you have to set boundaries when using it to know when, where to use it, and what to use it for. Just use it in a constructive way. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you very much for that. Joyce?
What do I have to tell the women out there? Technology is a good thing, first of all. We need to embrace, because if you remain so rigid, you find yourself being left behind, and people are going forward every day. New things keep on coming up. So we need to get acquainted. We need to be conversant with the different trends that are coming. Me who is in the media industry, these days people are shifting more to, online journalism. So you need to adopt. You don't need to stay back and refuse to go with what is happening. You need to know what is happening. And as a woman, we need to embrace technology, yes, but also regulate. Like you said, if you're a mother, you don't forget your kids at home because you're on TikTok every time. You need to play your role. I'm an African woman. I don't have children, but I believe technology is good, yeah, but you're a woman, you work, you're somebody's wife, you're somebody's mother. So how are you going to make sure you balance all of that? How are you going to make sure you balance being a wife, being a mother, and being a career woman? So it is up to you. Like, don't let the whole thing overwhelm you. Where do I end with this? How many hours do I have to spend on my phone? How many hours do I have to give my family? Because I don't want to see a scenario where you're dragging this technology. Your phone is here, dividing you and your family. So you have to embrace the idea of technology, but don't forget that you have the family responsibility of taking care of your kids or even your husband. Speaking from an African woman's point of view, yeah.
Okay, that's great. Actually, that's a good point. Remember, this technology is coming from outside. Though even us as Africans, we are embracing it and we are coming up with great ideas and innovations, which is really good. But the people who were making them, they based it on their own culture.
And we have our different cultures here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do we include or how do we take into consideration our culture while using it, and also while innovating more technology ideas? That's a great point.
Yeah.
To finish, we're talking about social media. Do you guys have some social media handles where people can find you, follow and get to know what you're doing?
Speaking of people who get addicted, I don't know. I have so many apps on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I go there to all of them every day. But there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn.
Okay, tell us. Well, how are you called on TikTok?
On TikTok, I'm not even sure. No, Olga, maybe you have clear. I'm not sure.
TikTok, you will even laugh. I don't use TikTok.
Okay, which one do you use most? It's the one I need.
You can go on my Instagram. It's called Olga Quintia.
Olga Quintia on
Yes.
Instagram. Mm-hmm. Where can we find you, Joyce?
On Instagram, but those are really personal stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which is really
You don't want
okay.
followers.
Which is really okay. By the way, even me, I am on different social media platforms, but I can only give you my LinkedIn. But others, I'm just as a backbencher.
Okay.
So thank you very much for taking all this time to listen to us, to Rendezvous Voice Podcast. I was with my colleagues here, Olga and Joyce, for great insights. And hey, let's keep celebrating women that we have in our lives, as we also keep pushing for inclusive world whereby everyone is enjoying equal rights. This was Rendezvous Voice Podcast that brought by Rendezvous Youth Group. For the next episodes, you can still catch up on our different social media platforms. Everywhere it's Rendezvous Youth Group on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and even on YouTube. It's Rendezvous Youth Group. Let's catch up later. See you. Ciao.